Okay, hi all. So here today we'll discuss another SQL interview question, and this is also one of the requirement in a live project on which I have worked, and very common business use case. Okay, hope my voice is audible and the screen is visible to everyone.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
fine. Okay, good. So here we have this e-commerce table, and you could see the table name is e-commerce, and here we have different department and then transaction month and transaction amount. So I have just prototyped this, but in the project, if you're working on the real-time problem, this can be millions of records. And the departments can be 10 departments, 15 departments, or more than that. Okay. And you'll be having a lot of transactions. So your client will tell you that, okay, I want net result. Net means tell me the best performing department and the worst performing department. Okay. See, one thing I want to highlight here, uh, when any particular department or suppose in your business something is working well, so even then the business stakeholders they want to do the analysis that what went well, which strategy has worked well. So in both the cases, if something is good or if something is not working as per the expectation, so in both the scenarios, they want to do the analysis, right? So that is why sometimes the business stakeholders or your client will tell you that, okay, I want the best performing or the worst performing because they both are important use cases for them. If something is the best performing, so they will think that, oh, this particular strategy which we have implemented has worked out. And if something is not performing well, so what is the reason? It means they have to work on it, right? So here on the similar line, so this is the requirement. You have data here, and this can be millions of transactions. Okay, and your client is telling that, okay, I want the the department in which I have uh, what I can say like the best performing department. It means that the department in which the transaction is very good. It means you have the maximum transaction. And the worst performing department, it means the transaction is minimum overall. So this is the data and this is the output. So I hope the question is clear to everyone. Okay. Now,
Yes, sir. Yes.
okay, good. So I will try to solve this question using two, three approaches. Okay. But uh, don't only think that, okay, I have to or we have to reach at the final solution of it. Okay. So try to think over this that, okay, fine, how Tanvir is approaching the question, how he is approaching at the solution. Okay, you have to think about the thoughts that what we are thinking to solve this question, right? That is very important. So don't only focus that, okay, this is the solution for this, that's or no. You should think that, okay, how we have reached at this solution. That is very important. Okay. Now, if I will ask you, forget about SQL for the timing that we have to solve this question using SQL. If I will ask you that this is the question, and manually, if you have to tell me like the best performing department and the worst performing department. So manually, if you have to solve this question, so what you will do? Forget about SQL. I'm not asking SQL query. What will be your step one?
We will
First,
ignore
we'll
the
check the
month.
departments, how many departments are there, and what are
Okay.
the records of each department. So, electronics and sports all are three records. So, we will check in amount. What is the maximum amount on that record? So, we'll
Okay.
check textile and electronics are two records which have maximum records. In that, we will check in both records what are the maximum one.
Okay.
Then electronics is
Any
the maximum.
okay. Fine. Any other thought, Akhil? You were telling something?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I was telling like we will check the minimum across, like for each other department. Like for
Mm.
electronics, it is 1,000, textile,
Mm.
it is 1,000,
Mm.
and for sports, it is 200. Then
Mhm.
among all the minimum for a particular
Mm.
department, we will check the overall, which is minimum, like the grand
Okay.
minimum.
Okay.
Similarly,
Okay.
for the maximum,
Mm.
we will
Mm.
find out maximum among the month first,
Mm.
and for each of the department, then we will compare the maximum across all the three departments after the month, and then we
Okay.
will find the
Okay.
grand maximum.
Okay. Okay. Tell me one thing. Okay. Leave this. Tell me one thing. Suppose I have taken a test, physics, chemistry, mathematics. For these three subjects, I have taken a test. Okay. And 10 students has appeared in that test. Now I have to find the topper. So how I will find that topper? What all calculations I have to do?
We'll submit.
Physics plus chemistry plus maths. You have to sum all the three
We'll
subjects.
sum the marks of all three subjects, and
Correct.
then
Correct. Suppose if John, has scored 99, sorry, John has scored 99 in physics, 60 in chemistry. I'll mute everyone. Okay. 15 mathematics. Okay. Now suppose there is another student, Tom. Tom has scored 90 here, 85 here, and 92 here. Now, my question is, because John has scored 99, which is the highest among all these marks, so can we tell just based on this that John is the topper?
No.
No.
This is what I want to explain you here. Just by looking at this transaction amount and just by finding any one maximum transaction amount, let's say this one, 2,500. This is the maximum transaction amount for all these records. I totally agree. But just based on this, can you tell that electronics is the top performing or the best performing?
No.
No, you cannot tell, right? Like suppose if I have here Sarah, okay. And let's say here, Sarah has scored 40 here, but this is 96 and this is 97. So out of all these marks, I totally understand that 40 is the minimum. But just based on this, can you tell that Sarah has scored the least among all these students?
No, we can't.
We cannot tell. We cannot tell this. Are you understanding, guys? So just by figuring out the maximum transaction amount and the minimum transaction amount, you cannot tell that, okay, this is the best performing or the worst performing. Is that clear, first of all?
Yes,
Right?
Tanvir.
So for that, what you have to do, for John, you will find the total marks scored by John. It is 209, right? Total scored by John is 209. Then you have to find the total scored by Tom. It is 267. Total is scored by Sarah, 233. Now tell me, who is the topper here? Tom is the topper, right? 267. But the highest marks were scored by John. Is that clear? So the step one is to derive the total transaction amount for each and every department. This is the step one. Just by looking at a particular record that, okay, this was the highest and this is the minimum, you cannot tell it. First of all, this point is clear or not?
Yes, Tanvir.
Clear to everyone?
Sir, can
So
you
this,
repeat one more time?
so
Confused.
what no issues. What I'm telling is that if someone has scored like here, so this is 99, this is the highest among all the marks. So just by looking at this 99, that this is the highest, can we conclude that John is the topper? You cannot conclude it, right? So for that, you have to find the total marks of each and every student. What's the total marks they have scored, each and every student. So that is what SQL is about, logic building, right? Logic building. That's why I told, forget about SQL. If you don't have to solve it with the SQL, forget about it. Manually tell me. Common. This is just based on the common basic mathematics I'm doing here. If I have to find the winner or the topper, I have to find the total marks. Like suppose in ODI ranking, so we have the top batsman. That means we'll be having the ranking. No, sorry, I don't have much knowledge about cricket, but we have that ranking, correct? The first rank holder in the batting and then bowling, right? So do you think just based on in a particular match, someone has scored 150 run and they will give them rank 1? Does it happen?
No.
No. They will check all the past history and then they will calculate a summary of it, right? The total run is scored and all those things, correct? So that is why step 1 is you have to derive the total transaction amount for each and every department. First of all, is this step clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Right? That's why when you are trying to solve any SQL query, first of all, prepare an algorithm or flowchart. That's exactly what you have to do. And this is not only with SQL, this is for any programming language. That is why in any programming language, first of all, you will be trained on flowchart, algorithm, that, okay, what you have to do. And that is the task of a database designer or database architect, right? To design, first of all. So step 1 is to derive the total transaction amount for each and every department. So what I will do here, we have to find the total transaction amount for each and every department. So for that, I will write here department comma sum of transaction amount. This TXN stands for transaction. Okay, so please don't get confused here. Okay, this TXN is for transaction. Okay, so now here we'll write from e-commerce. Okay, and group by department. I hope you all know why we are writing group by. You're comfortable with this. We have already discussed in our regular class. Okay, I'm executing it. So this is the query. And let me zoom this. How is the font? Is it visible to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, visible.
Visible? Okay, fine. Thank you. So this is the output. Okay. So now see here, go step by step. Okay. Whenever you're trying to solve SQL query, enjoy it, analyze it. How we used to analyze in our regular class. So now see, we got that. Okay. For each and every department, electronics, the total transaction was 5,500. Sports, it is 1,300. Textile, it is 4,500. Now, because here you have only 3 departments, so now easily you can see and you can tell me that, okay, Tanvir, electronics is the best performing and sports is the worst performing, right? But suppose if you have 15 departments, 20 departments, or more than that, let's say, take the example of Amazon. Okay, how many departments they have? If you open the Amazon app, a lot of departments they have, right? So now the second step is, this is first step. I hope it is clear to everyone. So now we have derived the total for each and every department. Okay. Now, tell me the second step. I'm not asking SQL query. Don't tell me that, Tanvir, I will write this SQL query. Tell me what you will do in the second step.
In out of which one is the maximum, which one is the minimum?
That's all. Correct? So on
Yeah.
top of it, you will try to find which one is minimum and which one is maximum. Correct? No? That's what you will do. Okay. Ranking also you can do. I will show you both the methods. Okay. So the next is to find minimum and maximum out of it. Okay. So as I will give an alias here as total. transaction amount. Maybe you can ask a question that Tanvir, why you're giving alias. If you're interested, we'll discuss at the last, at the end. Okay. And that's the reason many times I have told this, that many people they think that aliases are just for the display purpose, but really aliases have a lot of other use cases. Okay. Now I will keep this in a CT expression. I hope you all know CT. Okay. So I'm keeping this in a CT expression with CT1 as I have written. I hope you all know what is CT and all those things. I don't want to go into that in depth of it. Okay. First of all, I will show you how to solve this using window function only. Then I will show you how you can solve this using cross join. If you're interested, I will show you how to solve using cross join and minimum maximum. 2-3 solutions I will show you. Okay. But you have to focus on thought process, that how Tanvir is approaching the question. That is important. So this is step 1 is over. Here just we have tried to find a total transaction amount for each and every department. That's all, nothing else I have done here. Okay. Now, after this, what I'm planning to do is then suppose I will write here select. Okay. One more thing. Okay. I hope you all know about rank, correct? So I can write here department and I will use rank here, rank over order by total transaction amount. Okay. I give aliases RNK1 from CT1. Okay, now let's try to understand. And let me give this as well, total transaction amount, to have a better analysis. And please ask question if you have any doubt. This is very important question. Okay. So now this is the query I have written. And this is the output. Okay. So we got the rank here.
Tanvir, one question.
Yeah.
Here we are summing the taxation, but what I understand from the question is like overall minimum transaction amount means at the row level we require the data. Like kind
No,
of.
that's what I have written overall. It means finally, the final one you have to tell me. What is the overall, the summary I want? Okay, clear? So that is why in the output I have written minimum and maximum transaction overall. Okay, clear? Okay, now here I am trying to find the rank over order by total transaction amount ascending. So this total transaction amount is, I'm not going to discuss what is rank, and I am proceeding with the assumption that you all know what is rank. So total transaction amount ordered by transaction amount ascending. So this is in ascending, and this is the rank 1, 2, 3 I have, means engine has assigned, right? Because this is minimum, and then this is in ascending order. This is rank 1, 2, 3. Okay. This we have derived so far. Okay. Now, after this, if I have to find the minimum on top of it, so what I will do, then I will apply, I will keep this in another CT expression, and then I will write where rank 1 equals to 1, correct? Let me show you that.
Yeah.
So CT2
Maybe we
as,
can create one more rank expression just to not use the hard coding. Let's say if tomorrow the data is adding for one more, then if we write for the maximum, I'm trying to say, we can write one more rank expression with descending
I will come
order.
to that. I will come to that. I will come to that.
Okay.
I will come to that. So now I will write here department, comma, total transaction amount, or maybe if you don't want total transaction amount, we can write department from CT2 where RNK1 equals 1. So if I will write RNK1 equals 1, so this will give me the best performing or the worst performing department.
Worst performing.
Worst performing.
Good. So let me run this. So one thing is clear, this sports is the worst performing. I hope it is clear so far to everyone.
Yes.
So we will write here minimum,
None.
minimum transaction amount. Let me write department. Okay, something alias you can give as per your convenience. So this is the minimum transaction amount department. Sports is the minimum one. Correct? So far, I hope it is clear. Okay.
Yes.
Now, what I will do, I will keep this in another CT3 as. Okay. I'm going a step by step. Then I will show you how we can write all these multiple cities in one single city. We can club it. We will discuss it. Okay. So first of all, I want to break it in chunks and I want to discuss it. So now, similarly, I'm thinking that, okay, I have derived the minimum transaction amount department, the worst performing. Now I have to find the best performing department. Okay. So for that, tell me, in this query to get the best performing department, what modification is required here?
Descending order.
Order by descending.
Yes.
Very good. I will write here order by total transaction amount descending. So this will give me the and then I will apply a filter condition here. Select department from CT4 where RNK2. I have given alias here RNK2 just to segregate this and this one. This was RNK1. I am using RNK2 here where RNK2 equals 1. Okay. Now this will give me the best performing is electronics. So let me give alias here as maximum transaction amount department, or if you have any other better name, you can give that. Okay, so now this is the best performing. Okay, and this is the worst performing. Okay, but CT3 is giving me the worst performing department. CT4 here it is giving me the best performing. But here, as per the question, so you could see like they have mentioned they both had the same and the same row, best and the worst, right? Worst and the best. So for that, what we can do, again, I will keep this in a CT expression. Okay. So I will write here comma CT5 as, and I will keep this in a CT expression here. Okay. Now, in this, from this CT5, I can give the maximum transaction amount department. From CT3, I can get the minimum transaction amount department. So let me show you that. And I have a question for you guys over this. So take your time, think over this and then answer, okay? So CT3 will give me the minimum transaction amount department. So which is nothing but sports, right? Okay. And let me zoom this a little bit. And CT5, we are storing the maximum transaction amount department, that is your electronics. Okay. So this is in CT5. This is electronics. Okay. And they both are in two different CTs or two different temporary tables. Okay. Now, I have a question. Because they both are in different CTs, but my client is telling that, Tanveer, I want both minimum and maximum to be displayed in a single row like this. Okay. So what I have to do here? I have to show this and this in a one row. What should I do?
Join.
Yes.
Join.
Join.
But if you will join, you should have some common. What will be the joining condition?
Nothing
Sir,
cross.
sir, you can use union all.
Okay,
You
union
can use
all.
cross
Good.
join without
Okay.
condition.
Okay, cross join.
Because there is
First.
only single record, so nothing impacted.
Okay.
Union all
let-
will stack them one above the other, right?
Let me try with union all first. So this is from CT3 union all, and then I will write select.
But
maximum
union will give in the
transaction.
same.
Hold on. I know that.
Okay.
From CT5. So let's try with union all, and this is the output. Now see, sports and electronics is there, but you see how it is getting represented one over another, right? And from this, it will not be clear that which is the best performing or which is the worst performing, right? So always remember union all will give you output in two different rows. But here your client is telling that I want in a single row. So union all will not work here. Hope that is clear. And I appreciate, okay, if whatever is coming in your mind, at least you thought of union all, that is good. It means you know that. So don't worry about your output or your thought. Whatever is coming in, you should tell that. Okay, so union all is ruled out. What else we can
Sir,
try?
in CT3 and CT5, can we
Hmm.
use row number? So we will get 1 in both of them.
Very good.
And then we can
And
join
then
them over it.
inner join. Very good. That also
Yes.
you can do. Very good solution. That's Tanvir, I will use a row number here. I will get row number 1 for this. And I will use row number. You mean like you are telling Tanvir, here I will use row number. I will get 1. Here I will
Yes.
get 1 and then I will perform the inner join based on the row number. Correct? Okay.
Yes, sir.
That's also good solution. You can give it a try. Good solution. Any other thought apart from that? Someone has told about cross join, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
cross
told-
join.
Ah,
I told.
that is the okay, good. That is the reason I thought of explaining this. Many a times, like when I have taught you cross join, and most of you have asked the question, Tanvir, what is the use case of cross join? What is the use case, right? This is a very good and very beautiful use case of cross join. Now, see, one thing, is it mandatory that if you're joining two tables, there should be a common column or there should be a joining condition? Is that mandatory?
No.
No, that is not mandatory. Even if you don't have a common or if you don't have a joining condition between two tables, you can join two tables. And that is known as cross join, no? Right?
Yeah.
If I'll perform a cross join with CT3 and CT5, so this is the header here, this is the header. So you know how cross join works. So obviously this will do a cross join with this. You will get a sports and electronics. Sorry, excuse me. Hope that is clear. So I will write here minimum transaction amount department, comma, maximum transaction amount department. Okay, from CT3, comma, CT5. Okay. Now let me check this. I got the output, minimum and maximum. Is this clear? Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So see, I know, I totally understand. A lot of CT expressions are there, a very big solution. I'm not talking anything about the performance of this query. And even when you are trying for the first time, if you are very new to SQL, don't ever think about performance. Performance comes into picture once you have a strong hold on it. If you are learning how to drive a car, so speed, you should not worry about the speed in the initial phase, right? The first thing is you have to get a good command on the combination of clutch, brake, and accelerator. Similarly, if you're learning SQL, don't think about performance as of now. First of all, you have to write query. Okay, this is the solution 1, and here I have tried to break it in chunks, and we went a step by a step. Here we have derived the total transaction amount. Then here we have derived the rank. Then minimum of it, we have applied filter condition here. Then maximum and then filter condition. Then finally we have done the cross join. Correct? I hope this is clear to everyone so far.
Yeah.
Okay, this is clear. Now, the next solution which I'm going to explain, I want to explain you something new here. So listen to this, and the same logic in the previous ad hoc session I have already covered. Now, see, I'm thinking here that the step 1 and a step 2, what I have done. In a step 1, I have derived the total transaction amount for each and every department. In a step 2, that is CT2, I'm trying to derive the rank, correct? There's 2 tasks I'm doing now in a step 1 and a step 2.
Yes.
So I am thinking that is there any possibility that I can merge a step 1 and a step 2? That is what I'm just thinking in my mind. Is there any possibility that I can merge these 2 steps? Then I'm thinking that, okay, if I have to merge these two steps, so department is fine. I have that from the table, but total transaction amount, how I will get it? To get the total transaction amount, it is nothing but the sum, correct? And again, here I have to use order by total transaction amount, which is again is nothing but this sum of transaction amount. So it means instead of this total transaction amount, can I write sum of transaction amount? Will that work? This is what I'm
Yes.
thinking, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Let's give it a try. Now see how we are approaching the question, right? So let's give it a try. So I'm writing here rank over and then order by sum of transaction amount. I will write here. Okay, and then I will give this alias as RNK1. Alias your wish. You can give any alias. Okay. Okay, this is fine as RNK1 from what is the table name? E-commerce. Okay. Now, and remove this CT first of all. Remove it. Remove this as well. Okay. Just let's discuss about this. And then I have to use group by as well. Group by department. Now, first of all, let me run this query. You got it? Okay. So what I have done here, so what you are trying to do in two steps here, deriving the total transaction amount, and then trying to find rank on top of this, right? So we have merged those two steps in a single step here. And this is one of the reason I want to explain you this, that yes, and then the same thing I have covered in the previous ad hoc session as well, the same thing I want to cover here. You see how this has drastically reduced this effort. This effort we have reduced in just one line. Is this a step clear?
Yeah, clear.
Clear? Okay. Then I'm thinking that, okay, in step 3, we are deriving the minimum transaction amount by applying this filter condition. And CT4, what I'm trying to do, the same rank which I have derived here for ascending, I'm deriving here for descending. So I'm thinking that can I do the same for ascending and descending in the same query? Is that allowed? So if you remember when I was teaching you rank,
Yes.
dense rank, and row number, so in the same query, I have shown you rank, dense rank, and row number, all those three in the same query. And then I have explained you that why rank skips the sequence. And I have shown you there that it is because rank tries to be in sync with the row number. If you remember that, right? So from here, we understood that yes, it is allowed that all the window functions, whatever you have, you can keep all of them in the same query if that's a business requirement. I will give this as rank 2 and I will mark this order by some descending. Now, let me execute this. Now here, this RNK1 is for the amount ascending and this RNK2 is for the amount descending. First of all, this point is clear, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Now see how many steps we have reduced here. This step is deriving the total transaction amount and applying a rank on top of it for ascending as well as descending. Now, so this is clear, right? Okay. Now I will keep this in a CT with CT1 as. Now I have a question. Take your time, then answer, don't be in a hurry. My question is, I want the worst performing department. What I have to do in this query here?
Rank 1.
Rank 1? I could not see any rank alias here.
Rank RNK1 equal to 1.
RNK 1 equals 1. This will give me the worst performing, which is sports. I hope this is clear to everyone.
Yes.
Okay, good. In the same query, if I will tell you that no, I want, let me comment it. I want the best performing, what I have to do?
RNK2 equal to 1.
RNK2 equals
1.
1. Okay, this will give me the best performing, that is electronics. But it means if I will execute this query, I'm getting some background noise. Humble request to be on mute. Thank you. So if I'm executing line number 46, this will give me the worst performing. If I will execute line number 47, this will give me the best performing. But I cannot execute both the selected statement at the same time. Okay, shall I try with union all? You know that it will
No,
not
no.
work. We have
We
already
can use
discussed it.
Two
aliases
rows.
over here and we
Oh,
can
okay,
use
okay.
this
One
condition.
We
minute.
can use it why rank and rank 2 is equal to.
Okay,
Can we
very,
use case statement?
very good, very good. I appreciate. Very good. Let me explain this. Perfect. Okay. So this is one thing, but now I'm thinking what to do. Now, see what I will do here. I will mark this as A, okay? And I will mark this as CT1B. And this A dot department I will mark as minimum transaction amount department, comma B dot department as maximum transaction amount department. And then I will apply a filter where A dot
A
rank
dot
1 equals 1 and what?
B dot
Not rank 1.
Rank 2.
RNK2.
B dot RNK2 equals to 1.
Now check the output. How was this solution?
We can
How was
use
this
here
solution?
or as well, right?
Huh? Or you cannot use, or you cannot use, or you cannot use. I think I have done
Yeah,
a
yeah.
shortcut here. Leave it, leave this condition, forget about it. Okay, let me go step by step then. I was afraid of this actually. 1 minute, hold on. A dot RNK1, comma A dot RNK2, comma. Let's go step by step. Comma B dot RNK1, comma B dot RNK2. I'm not doing anything here. I just thought of performing a cross join between CT1 and CT1. Okay. One more thing, very important. My favorite interview question. This is a cross join or self join? Tell me.
Cross join.
Cross join, because we are not
Cross
giving
join.
any condition.
Cross join. In self join, we are not.
Yes, correct.
Because no
Please,
condition.
please don't think that okay, cross join is performed between two different tables. No, you can perform a cross join between the same tables as well. I am performing here cross join between CT1 and CT1 only. This is allowed. Check the output. This is the output, right? Okay. Now, this is the output based on the cross join of CT1 and CT1. Now we will think that what modification we should do in this so that we should get the expected output, and you people will tell me what filter condition I have to apply here. This is the output of this query. Now, hold on 1 minute. I don't want any response. Just wait for a few minutes. This is from CT1A. This is from CT1B. Now CT1A, I want the worst performing. So for that, on which column I have to apply filter and what should be the filter?
Rank
RNK
1 equal to 1. RNK 1 equal
Rank
to 1.
1 equals 1. So if I will apply filter rank 1 equal 1, so I will get these 3 records. Correct? Now, to get the best performing from CT1B, what should be the filter condition and on which column?
Got you.
RNK2 underscore 1 equal to 1.
So it will give me this record plus this record plus this record, right? Now, you guys told me Tanveer apply a filter condition of A dot RNK1 equals 1. Then you told me apply filter condition B dot RNK2 equals 1. Now my question is, what should be the relation between these two conditions, and or?
And
And if you will use or, you will get this records plus this record plus this
yes,
record plus this record. But you want that particular record which is satisfying both the condition, and that will be minimum as well as maximum. Then only you will get this record, no? Correct?
yes.
So that is the reason I have used here. What I have used here, A dot
And
RNK1 equals 1 and B dot RNK2 equals 1. Now when I will execute this query, I will get this output. Now RNK1, RNK2, RNK this I don't want to display because I want only department. So I will remove this columns. Okay. I will remove this as well. And I will give alias here, this as minimum transaction amount department, and this one as maximum transaction amount department. Now see the beauty of this question. See what we are doing here. We got the output. Same question we have solved here with n number of steps, and same question we solved here in few steps. So here, first of all, this concept was very interesting, right? We are directly using this aggregate function in order by. Then cross join, we are performing very good example of cross join, and we are performing cross join on the same table by applying this filter condition. Hope this solution is clear.
Yeah.
Clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. If you will allow, or if you're interested, shall I show you one more solution using lead function?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, I had one same question. Without
Uh-huh.
CT and without window function, how can we solve? Because SAS doesn't support Windows and CT. So lead will can work.
SAS doesn't support window and CTE.
Yes,
Then
sir.
purely you have to take the help of aggregate function and subquery. That also you can solve, but
Yes.
that will be too complicated. Okay, no issues. I will share the solution in the alumni group. That is, you can do with the help of aggregate function and subquery if CT is not supported there. Is that
Yes,
fine?
yes.
I will share the solution, no issues. Okay.
Sure. Yeah. Thank you.
Can we
Okay.
use case statement without cross join?
Case also you can use, okay, but generally, no, you might have noticed even in the ad hoc session or during the regular class, I don't prefer case because generally they impact the performance. Each and every condition engine has to execute, it has to monitor. Okay, so that's the reason. But fine, if your question is that no, I'm asking can we solve or not? Yes, you can solve it. You can give it a try. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Good. You see, that is the benefit of having this kind of discussions, right? So you people also, I think someone told that Tanvir, I will use row number. That has not triggered my mind, and that was a good solution. That if with the sorry, with the help of row number, it will create 1 1 in both the CTEs, and then you will perform inner join. Very good. Okay. Now I will try to solve this with another solution. And that will be an extension of this only. But I thought that, okay, let's try to not to use cross join and let's try to use some other function. Okay. So I hope so far this is clear. If I'm writing here, select a star from CT1. So you know here that here we are trying to find the rank of it, and we are aggregating it and we are trying to find the rank of it. This is clear, right? Okay. Now, on top of it, now here you have to listen very carefully. Okay. Now I am thinking that, okay, fine. Let's do one thing. Let's have this department. Let's have this rank 1. Let's have this rank 2 from CT1. Okay. But I'm thinking that in this data, which we have temporarily saved in the CT1, actually, I need the record where rank 1 equals 1 or rank 2 equals 1, correct? This is this record I want and this record I want, correct? No?
Yes.
Yeah.
right? So I
Mm.
thought, okay, let's give it a try. Let's write here where RNK1 equals 1 or RNK2 equals 1. So I'm not telling this is the final query. Don't worry about it. I'm telling you my thought process. So I executed it. I got this. Oh, fine. So I'm just thinking in my mind that, okay, RNK1 equals 1. It means this is I'm getting background noise. Okay, thank you. So RNK1 equals 1, it means this is the worst performing. RNK2 equals 1, it means this is the best performing, right? Now, so this is what I got here. Now I am thinking that in this output, first of all, this query and the output is clear so far. This query
Yes, sir, it's clear.
and this output is clear, no? Right? Okay. Now I am thinking that in this output, the first one, this electronics is the best performing because here rank 2 equals 1. So this is the best performing. I know that. Okay, this is fine. And I know that RNK equals 1. This will give me the worst performing. And sports is the worst performing. Correct? Okay. Now I am thinking that my client has told me that Tanvir, I want output in this manner, right? This is the manner I want output in a single row. So I'm thinking that I got electronics and sports, but this is in two different rows. My client is telling I want this in a single row. So I'm thinking that if I will shift this, if I will shift this to the first row. So this will be shifted here,
Yeah. Pivot.
correct? Oh, hold on here. Hold on, let me complete. If I will shift it here, I will get the output, correct? So that's what I'm thinking, that how to shift it. Now tell me how we can shift it here.
So lead
Pivot.
function.
Lead function, correct? If you remember the lead function in SQL, what was the task of lead function? It shifts the record in upward direction, right? So this will be shifted in upward direction. So it means we have to use here which function? Lead function. Is that clear? Now I will use lead function. Now which column you want to shift? Department column you want to shift. By how many positions? One position, right? Over. In order by what you will use? You want to shift a sports. It means you want a sports at the second position, then only it will be shifted in the first position, no? Right? So I will write here order by what you will write here? RNK1. Okay. Now let me execute it. Okay, fine. I have used RNK1 here, no? So sports is here, this electronics is shifted here. So now this sports is the worst performing, right? So I can write here, okay, first of all, is this clear so far? Yes or no?
Yes, sir. One doubt.
Hmm.
In the line 54, can
Hmm.
we use descending, and in line 55 can we remove descending
That
so that
also,
we can?
that also you can do. You can play with ascending, descending here. You can do that. If you want to keep it descending, then you have to make here ascending. You have to change it.
Yeah.
Okay. But is this clear so far? Yes, no. I think I have 1 minute.
Can you just explain this over order by rank 1?
Okay. Leave that. I know there is some confusion. 1 minute. This part is clear or not?
Yeah,
This part is clear. Okay. This part is clear. Then let me do one thing. Let me do one thing. Let me keep this in another CT. Let me keep it little bit more simple and straightforward. I'm keeping this in another CT. Okay. Now I will write here, select department, lead department, comma 1 over what I should use in order by here. I want you people to tell me. This is the
So
data in
partition by
CT2.
department.
No, partition by you cannot use, because if you use partition by, this will become one partition and this will be another partition, and the lead
Okay,
function
okay.
will not shift it. So I will write here order by rank 1 descending. If I will use order by rank 1 descending, so this will be 3 and then 1, and then sports will be at the second position, and then it will be shifted to the top, right? And then I will write here from CT2. Now check the output. You got electronics here and sports here. This is what you want, no, to shift this sports here. And now this electronics is the best performing. So you can write here as maximum transaction amount department. And for this, you can write as minimum transaction amount department. And now run this query.
But the output is reverse, right?
What reversed?
First we need to show minimum and after that maximum.
Then you know, like SQL, select clause, it's purely your wish. You can change the sequence. You keep it here. Good question. You keep it here. This is minimum and this is maximum. Now you might be thinking that, Tanvir, why I am getting this? Then keep this again in a CT expression, and then in the filter condition, right, where minimum transaction amount department is not null. So this will be removed. You will get this output. Is that clear?
Tanvir, I could not understand this lead function. If you can
Means you don't know about lead function, or you have not understood this part?
I'm a little bit confused in lead. That's
Oh,
it.
okay. Then I will explain that. Actually, lead function, what it does, no, it shifts something in upward direction. Okay, like let me do one thing here. Let me remove this. Okay, let me first of all show you this. Like to start from CT2. Okay, this is clear or not? First of all, confirm me this, everyone.
Yes.
Yes.
This part is clear, no? Okay, not an issue. We will try to understand it. Don't worry. So this is the query, and for this is the output, and you all have understood. And shall I do one thing? RNK1 and oh no, that is required. You will be confused again then. Okay, no, one more technique came. I thought of solving. Okay, leave that RNK1 and all these things. Tell me one thing. Is this clear or not? Nothing I have done. From this, I want to fetch only department.
Clear.
That's all. I don't want RNK1, RNK2. This is the department I have fetched. Please confirm, is this a step clear? Then I will proceed further.
Clear, Tanvir.
This is clear. Okay. Now my question is, here which one is the best performing and which one is the least performing? This electronics is the best performing and sports is the least performing, right? Because
Yes.
when you have used here RNK1, RNK2, so you know that RNK1 will be the best performing and RNK2 will be the least performing. RNK1 will be the worst performing and RNK2 will be the best performing. That is what we have done here. No, descending means the best one, that is RNK2. Ascending means the worst one, that is RNK1, right? Okay. Now here what I'm thinking, that in this output, let me keep it here. In this output, electronics is the best performing because RNK2 equals 1. And sports is the worst performing because for this RNK1 equals 1. This is clear. Okay. Now what I'm thinking that, okay, this is the best performing. I want to shift this sports here. And the lead function, lead is a function in SQL, in Windows function. It will shift something in upward direction. Okay. So I want to shift it here. So for that, the syntax is, we will write here lead. And I will write here department. So when you will write lead department, it means you want to shift the department column in upward direction. Now, if I want to shift this sports in upward direction here, so by how many steps I'm shifting it here?
One.
One step. From this to this is one step, no? Correct? So for that, you have to write here, comma 1. But as you know, in window function, we have to write here order by. So you have to write here order by. Now, my question is, what you have to write in order by? What you should write in order by, so that sports should be at the second position, means sports should be in the second row and electronics should be in the first row. You can write order by RNK1 descending. Why I'm telling order by RNK1 descending? If you're writing this, so you see RNK1 is in descending order, no? Then only electronics will be here and sports will be here.
Yes.
Is that clear?
Yes.
Any question here?
No.
Okay. Now see, I'm executing this query. Now this is sports is shifted here, no?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And this department electronics is the best performing. So we will write here that this is the maximum transaction amount department, and the one, this one which we have derived here, this is the minimum transaction amount.
Here, just
Department.
one question. We can also write RNK2 without descending, right?
Yes,
That is also-
correct. You can also
That's why
write
it's a
order
big
by
question.
RNK2 ascending. You're right. You can do
Yeah.
that as well.
Okay.
Okay. Now RNK1 and RNK2 is not required. You remove this from the output. Okay. Now then you can ask that Tanvir, we are getting this row as well. Then you keep this in another CT, comma CT3 as. And then you write here, select this one as max, you want minimum first. So you write minimum first, then give a comma, then write the maximum one. And then write here from CT3 where minimum transaction amount underscore department is not null. So this last record will be removed. How many steps?
4.
Okay. Fine. But this is what no, I have tried to include this in this step. Okay. But to break it, I have kept it here. So you can club this two as well in one step. This one which I have done now, this you can write directly here. Okay. Let me show you that quickly. So this step you can directly write here and remove all these things from here. And this will be your as maximum transaction amount department. And then right here, select this one minimum transaction amount department, comma, maximum transaction amount department. From CT1, okay? Sorry, CT2, no? CT2. You got it? Now you apply the same filter condition. This one is not done. So now they can solve using this as well. This also has few lines. Now you got this output. So you can solve using lead function as well. Then if you want, you can solve using lag as well. You can play with this, multiple solutions, okay? And then I will share you the solution, how you can solve using subquery and only aggregate, no CT, no window function. Okay,
Can we
so
solve this into using pivot also?
pivot. You can solve using pivot as well. What you have to do, you have to use the sum of transaction amount for department N, and then you have to hard code electronics, comma textile, comma sports, and then you will get this departments as a columns, and then the total transaction amount, and then you can find max. You can try that as well. Give it a try. Okay. Fine then, guys. Okay, so we'll stop here. Thanks for joining. We'll upload the recording tomorrow. Okay, thank you. Take care. Bye.
Thank you.
Sure. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.